Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, a post-game recap of what was not pretty. I heard the word deserved given to unearned a lot last night and into the wee hours of this morning. A lot of Habs fans are upset. Rightfully so. Upset that the refs did the ref thing. I'm going to be honest. It's nice. It's refreshing. One time in a year, the refs don't go against the Oilers. How many times, as Oilers fans, have we sat there thinking to ourselves, wow, Oilers got one power play. The other team got 7, 6, 5, 9. Didn't seem right. This is what it feels like to have the shoe on the other foot. And I'm not saying the Oilers deserved to win. Nobody deserves to win. Nobody deserves to lose. It's not a deserved. It's an earned. Did they earn it? Well, they scored. They were up 3-1, down 5-3. So you tell me. Anywho's, first goal was scored by Newhook, his second of the season. And then Tomasak scores his first goal of his NHL career, followed by Henrique gets his second of the season. Then Mangiapane gets his third of the season. And then the wheels fall off. Caulfield gets his 6th. Caulfield gets his 7th. Newhook gets his 3rd. Then the wheels fall back on. They fall off. They jump on. The Jacqueline Hyde situation of the Edmonton Oilers continues. Draisaitl on the power play gets a goal. Hopkins on the power play gets a goal. Podkolzin gets the game winner. At the end of the night, Picard goes 22 out of 27. 815 save percentage. 5 goals against. Montembeault, 23 out of 29. 793 goals. Save percentage. 6 goals against. Everybody's upset over the Anderson unsportsmanlike call. It's a call, it's a call, it's a call, it's a call. It's one thing to shoot the puck in the direction of the referee, which he did. Ref will let that slide. But when you're skating by the official and you're slapping your stick as loud as you can at him, you're going to get something. You're going to get something. Don't be an idiot. Your team still got a momentum. Don't be an idiot. The first goal that Newhook scored should have been a cross-check against Newhook. He cross-checks Bouchard out of the way. Bouchard's got to be a bit better. But remember, Bouchard after that goal took a 2-minute slash. I don't think there was anything there. So if Montreal fans want to bitch and moan about reffing, it was bad both ways. We just got the benefit of the doubt of Anderson being an idiot. Anywho's, I'm going to show you guys the breakdown of the goals. Yeah. So right there in that first still, you see this still right here. That's Newhook number 15 in between, I think it's Ekholm and Bouchard. Right? This here, he pushed Bouchard off and he got the puck. Hey, all's fair in goaltending and making saves. But the Oilers are still in good position. There's no reason why. So we're going to see in the next. See right here, right before this happened, he cross-checks Bouchard. That's why Bouchard's kind of leaning over like, what the hell? And Picard, it's kind of hard to make those. You made the first one. That's all you ask from your goalies to make the first one, right? So 1-0 Montreal. And then here, this is the goal from Tomasak. It's a shot from that far out. Yes, it bounces off of the defenseman in front. And I love this here. Like, if you look at it, I know you can't see my sensor, but if you look at it, it's the perfect box out right there. The Montreal Canadiens, they're facing the opponent. They're between the opponent and the goalie. That's the way defensemen should play. Body between you and your opponent and the goalie. Never let your opponent get behind you, because you have no idea where he's standing, and you have no idea what he's going to do. If he's in front of you, you kind of can dictate and push and let him know what's going on. Unlike that Oiler goal where Bouchard let Newhook get in between him and the goaltender, so Newhook was able to kind of cross-check him out of the way. If you have position behind, he can't cross-check you. But that's something the Oilers will eventually learn on defense. So, there it is here. It bounces off. I think that's Jake Evans' skate. And there's nothing the goalie from Montreal can do. Like, it's a nice shot by Tomasak. It's just bounces. But hey, we as fans, we criticize bounces. Sometimes those bounces work for us, and it did there. So the game's 1-1. And here's a good goal by Adam Henrique. Slap shot from the point. Adam Henrique, just good stick. Again, Montreal is positioned perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with this positioning. It's outside the hashes. There's really no danger zone. 53, I'm not quite too sure about his... I'm not going to even pronounce or say his name because I don't want to butcher a Montreal Canadian name, be that guy, you know what I mean? I don't want to put the wrong name to it. Dobson. All right, I just looked it up. Noah Dobson. What more can he do there aside from tackling the guy, putting the guy on the ice? Like, he looks like he's in good position. He just didn't get a stick. Like, I guess if you put your stick on top of his stick, he can't get the stick to level where he can tap it. But again, nobody's at fault. It's just a good goal scored by Adam Henrique. Now this one here, I have a lot of issues with this one here with the Montreal Canadiens. That's Darnell Nurse in the corner. That's Kirby Dach. And I'm going to show the Montreal goal where I'm going to kind of criticize Savoy and Howard just a little bit. So here's Kirby Dach here again. You've got Kirby Dach on the ice with Lane Hudson and 72. Sorry, Marvin. Zakharov, or as people call him, the alphabet. They're all puck watching. Nobody's really taking a man. That's a good pass by Darnell Nurse and Mangiapane. And that's just one thing that he found the soft ice and he scored a goal. Would you like to have a save there if you're Montebo? I guess. Would you like to have a save there if you're the Montreal Canadiens? Okay. But how's about Kirby Dach face a player? Like, Zachary's got his guy, McDavid. 90's got his guy in Nurse. Turn. If you're 77, turn. 48, Dobson has his guy in Howard. Again, just little nitpicky things that we see, right? Just little nitpicky things that we see. Now, here's the goal, and I'm going to show you a video of this goal that Anderson scores. There's 3 Oilers in this vicinity. And yeah, I'm going to nitpick Connor McDavid a little bit. McDavid could have been better getting to Anderson with his speed, stick checking him. But again, the video that I show you, the next video I'm going to show you right quick here, will hopefully explain what happened.
Come back for this puck. It looks like he's okay. We'll check right there.
Now here, there's no...
And you're going to see Darnell Nurse come back.
The puck gets brought in. Everything is kosher. Everything is fine. Everything is good. There's nothing to worry about, right? What a play there. What a diving play there by the Montreal Canadiens. And then here, right here, Darnell Nurse right here. His head is up. Just up the wall. Now. You've got... It's the NHL. You have to think that quickly. Bang. It's got to be as soon as your head is up. And as soon as your head's up, you're on your backhand. Okay, that puck's got to get out. There is open ice. It might be an icing. Absolutely. 99.9% chances you're going to get an icing call there. Or you see this really fast guy up in the top left corner. Again, you can't see my cursor. But you see this fast guy, 97 at the top left corner. I bet you if you just backhanded up the ice, off the wall, he beats to that puck. But Darnell Nurse doesn't. He hesitates. A little bit of hezzy. Gets his pocket picked. Compounded. Okay, now we're back. Okay, now we're good. That wall's still open. That up the wall is still wide open. And you got a forward that's there to help. You have a forward, actually a forward that the Oilers, I nitpick the Oilers all the time for not giving their defense help. They're either way too far up the ice or they're in the middle of the ice just kind of doing nothing. There's no good breakouts for the Oilers this year. Now, that's perfect. You're still on your backhand. You've seen that there was open ice. There's still open ice there. No. You didn't read the play. You didn't read the situation. As a coach, this drives me bonkers. Yeah, you're getting pressure on your backside. But you know where he is. He's on your back left. He's on your back left. That means if the player's on your left, the only thing stopping you from getting the puck out of the zone on your right is a little chip off the boards. Doesn't happen. We lose the puck. One play, and that's a lucky bounce off the skate. Lucky bounce off the skate, but now we got a 3-on-1 triangle on one player. And it goes to Anderson's stick, back of the net. I guess I can't really fault McDavid on that, looking at that the way now. Right? Can't really fault McDavid now, can we? Now, it's 3-1, now 3-2. Now, this is a goal that I got a problem with. It's 3-2. This is Caulfield's first goal. Bouchard right now is dead in the water. Right now, the way he's stopping, his momentum is stopped. That 2-foot stop, you're now dead on ice. You are now just a pylon walking wounded. You're not going to catch him. You're beat. Not only are you beat, but Ekholm's beat on the inside. One of two things can happen here. Caulfield has an easy backdoor pass goal. Unless Picard becomes superhuman and can slide across fast enough to make that save. But there's a backhand pass goal, or he'll just dangle. Which he does. Because Ekholm does a great job at coming back, reading the play, and taking away that Montreal player. Again, just a really good play by a really good player. Can't fault anybody there, but Bouchard need to be better positioned there. As soon as you stop, you're dead in the water. So, we got a 3-3 hockey game. 30 seconds later, I'm putting this on Picard. I'm putting this one on Picard. That is, you went down 18 seconds before you should have. But hey, that's the new age way of goaltending. Go down and hope that the players don't shoot over top of your shoulder. That is the new age way of goaltending. Down. 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 Caulfield, again, makes a really nice shot. Good player makes a good play. But if Picard's standing up there, that hits him. We live to fight another day. Here's the reverse angle of it. The puck is already beside Picard. Beats him far side. Darnell Nurse did the right thing there. He laid down, blocked the pass. There was no pass there. Again, good shot by a good player. Nitpicking a little bit, I get it, but now it's 4-3 for Montreal. And this here. Remember how I was talking about puck watching for the Montreal defense on the Mangiapane goal? It's almost worse here for the Oilers. Woolman is protecting the back door because he thinks 43 is back door. He's doing his thing. I don't know what the defenseman there, like. I would like Howard to be closer and more aggressive on Newhook here, because I think this is Newhook's goal. To make it 5-4, 5-3. And I would really like Savoy to have his stick on the inside. Like if Savoy has his stick on the inside instead of on the outside where it is, that pass doesn't get through. Or even go down to one knee. Like just have your stick down on the ice to stop it. But yet, they're young kids. They'll learn. I'm not going to criticize them because they're young. That's just lessons that they're going to learn along the way, right? We all learn them. And that is why they're not, and that's why I think they're not going to be top 6 players this year, right now. It's just stuff that gets to learn. That's why you're young. That's why you're on the bottom 6. That's why you're 3rd and 4th line. You learn these lessons. We move on. Now, there, that's the other picture right there. Like, do you want that save for your goalie? No, I guess, but again, it's a tough save to make it a tough. And this one here, Oilers on the power play. We need more of this for the Oilers on the power play. We need more just McDavid standing behind the net, surveying what's going on. So here's Tomasak over here. Hopkins is coming in down, and Draisaitl's finding the soft spot. You're on the power play. It's just goals are going to happen. There it is again. McDavid found the soft spot. Draisaitl found the soft spot. It's back of the net. This one was just a really pretty play. Again, Montreal's in good position here. Unfortunately, you left the middle of the ice wide open for Hopkins. Backhand and a beauty. And this was the goal that was scored because Anderson took the 2-minute misconduct for snapping his stick on the ice. He didn't, like, if you do it once, okay. You do it twice, all right. You kind of just tap, letting the referee know. Good call on that, dummy. But you did it 5 times as you were skating towards the referee. Eventually, you were skating towards the bench, but that's kind of where the referee stands, and you were just a tapping. Can't do it. So, of course, you took a penalty, and there again. Nice play. Little good dish there. And this is the Podkolzin game winner. Like, this is why Podkolzin is on top line. For all you people that get mad, why is Podkolzin getting top line minutes? Because this is great positioning by the Montreal defense. He's between him and the goalie. He's putting pressure on him. He's leaning on him. He's doing everything right. But Podkolzin is just front net presence, determined. I am going to get this puck. I am going to roof daddy it on the back end. That is why Podkolzin's playing with McDavid and Draisaitl. He's in the corners. He's doing the work that McDavid doesn't want to do or shouldn't have to do. Watch him every shift he plays. He's in there, dog on bone. Don't get mad that he's up there. He's up there for a reason. He's big body net front presence that Hyman is when Hyman's in the lineup. You're going to see, probably in my estimation, you're going to see Draisaitl, Podkolzin, and Roslovic when Hyman comes back. And I'm all right with that. That's a good lineup. Now, I think I got the back. See right here, Matheson, he's doing everything right. He's got positioning. He's leaning on him. Would you like to see Montembeault a little bit center of the net? Sure. But again, you don't know that backhand's coming. Like, how many times is puck goalie's going to take that backhand, and how many times is it going to go in? How many times is the goalie going to make that save? You could replay this exact scenario 10 times. Maybe Podkolzin scores 3 out of 10 times. 30% of the time. I'll take those odds, though. When you're scoring goals, all it takes is once. So yeah, that's the run through of the goals. Let me know your thoughts on that. Like, I think all the goals that were scored was because of hard work, determination. Sure, some of them were like defensive blunders, but we got to remember the game is fast. I can slow it down to a still and nitpick and point out, well, you did this here. I get that opportunity sitting on my couch or sitting on my chair. I don't have that on the ice, quick, right? We've all played hockey. We know how fast it is on the ice, even in beer league, men's league. It's still fast. You got to make quick decisions. But that's why they get paid millions and we pay thousands to play. They get paid millions, we pay thousands to play. That's the difference. We expect them to make those quick places. I'm going to leave you with one more video. Hopefully you all like it. If you don't, I understand. My name is Matt for OilersFanReaction. Deuces.
You've been searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Ladies and gents, this is...
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, thank you for watching this post-game reaction, Oilers fan reaction. If you'd like to follow us on all the socials, that'd be awesome. We'll be back on Saturday night when the Edmonton Oilers are in Seattle to take on the Seattle Kraken, 8 o'clock game. We are off Sunday, although the Oilers do play Sunday in Vancouver at 8 o'clock. We will not be streaming that game. But I'll see you guys back on Tuesday when the Oilers are at home. Again, enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you Saturday, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the World Series Game 1 tonight. Should be a good one. Enjoy World Series Game 2 on Saturday night. We'll definitely be talking about that and covering that in the Seattle game. Again, my name is Matt for OilersFanReaction. Thank you to everyone behind the scenes that make all this possible. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Doses.